Hi everyone, I'm going to do Lady Gaga tutorial from Telephone. I'm going to do the one where she is at the beginning of the video answering the telephone and Beyonce calls her and she's got the black liner and the strong brows. I've just moisturised my skin, hence the fact it looks lovely and red. So I'm going to start off with a bit of foundation. I'm going to use my Armani foundation. This is my daily foundation that I use anyway. And this one is number 5. I'm going to use a bit of MAC Brule and I'm going to use a 227 brush to do that. So all over the eye. A little bit of vanilla from MAC, which is this one here. It's quite light. I'm going to use that just through the brow bone. Using the same brush. Just over the top. Then I'm going to take a MAC 217 and Wedge, which is this one here. And I'm just going to pull that through the socket but a little bit higher. She goes a tiny bit higher with it. Through here. Maybe you can see that. It's just a tiny bit higher than the socket bone. So it's almost up to the brow, but just off. Goes up a little bit higher in the middle part of the eye. Same the other side. You can go back and touch these bits up. They're just giving you a rough guide of where you're putting the product, so don't worry too much about getting too much product on this straight away. And it always looks terrible and then it kind of pulls itself together, fingers crossed, at the end. Now my Clinique gel liner, I'm using a Louise Young brush, really fine one. Now the liner's very fine at the beginning and then it very much flicks out at the end. So I'm going to start with the beginning and then I'm going to do the end straight away. So I know where it's about to go. So there's my end and my beginning, and then I'm just going to join them up. I've got a little bit too round there, I've decided, so I want to make it straighter. Just get a Q-tip, a little bit of eye makeup remover, easy as that. I just want to straighten that. So the underneath liner just comes down quite sharp. I'm going to put the eyeliner underneath the top waterline. Now my Clinique thing has nearly run out, so it's getting quite hard to use. They're best when they're quite new and they've got a really good slip. It's making it drag a little bit, so it's making it harder to get a really sharp line. So just map out your other side, so you can get a rough idea of where you're going. The brows are going to be what will kind of pull it together, hopefully. I am using Bobbi Brown because it's very, very dark. This is called Mahogany, number 10. Now the brows are very straight and very lifted. So, and very big. I'm going to take a bit of concealer under there. And a bit of my Wedge. Just goes almost triangular, that is. The Wedge goes up to a point and then down like that. So you can see the highlighter of this bit here. And a bit of Wedge just through here. Just to create a tiny bit of shadow. I'm going to pop a little bit of Illamasqua Vow Pencil just inside the eye. Just to take away the pinkness a tiny bit. And a little bit of my Estee Lauder black double wear liner. I'm just going to take really close along the lash line there. Hopefully this brow should be a little bit easier, because I understand where I'm putting the product. Because Sam and I, when we do a look, it's the first time we've ever done it, so we just hope it turns out okay. So sometimes it can take a little bit longer to get it exact how we want it. I still can't decide if I want to go fuller with the liner, because my eyes have got such a bigger gap. I might come back to it. Let me put some mascara on first. This is my new Lancome mascara. Which I like. I don't know how long it's going to last though. But next, I try the Christian Dior one. I'm just going to run a little bit of concealer, but I'm going to use Peach Colour Corrector just over the top of my cheeks just to highlight. This is a MAC product. It sets really matte, so I'm just going to run a little bit of that just over my cheeks. And maybe a tiny bit under my eyes. I'm not going to powder. I'm going to use a little bit of Barry M Natural Dazzle Compact just as a blusher. It's like a kind of taupey colour. Just down the very back of the cheekbones. I'm going to do the lips, and then I'm going to come back and see if I want to do more to the eyes. You can't see that she's got lashes on either, but I have missed one crucial part. A little beauty spot under this eye. Well, it wouldn't be under this eye in the video. I'm going to do it under this one. I can't work out which side it would be right for you guys to see it on. I'm not going to use that actually either. I'm going to use my Estee Lauder liner, liquid liner, because it's going to give me a nice spot without it looking smudged. Currant Lip Pencil from MAC, all the way over the lips. I'm going to use MAC Femme Noir inside and a bit of red over the top, because I don't have a colour that's that burgundy, so I'm just going to make my own. I'm going to run a tiny bit of a Chanel red over the top. This is 22 Paris. Just want to run that very softly. Let's get that red kick back to it. So that is your Lady Gaga telephone look. I'm gonna do the liner a little bit thicker, just so you can see it's slightly thicker for different eye shapes, because everyone's eye shape is slightly different, but just for a slightly different eye shape I want to show you. That's only very slightly thicker, but I actually think it looks a little bit better. I'm going to do the other side. You can just see. Let me take my silly hair pin out. I haven't got my hair in cans. Didn't really want to do that. And there's the look beyond my telephone. Hope this has helped, guys.